Ow! Sheesh! It's these darn snakes that are always biting me. That must be what I dislike, right? But let's get right into the real thing that I honestly dislike about snakes. Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome to the vlog. I hope the start of your day is absolutely incredible. It's kind of a rainy but very cool day here in Michigan, but it's going to be absolutely amazing. And today I am going to discuss something that will kind of surprise you guys. The one thing that I absolutely hate about snakes. Okay, hate is a very strong word. Let's just say the one thing that I dislike about snakes. That's right, I am going to share with you the one thing that I absolutely dislike about snakes. Can you believe it? Can you guess what it is? Go down in the comments and let me know what you think that I dislike about snakes. I think I'm going to kind of surprise you guys with something because I typically don't talk about things that I dislike. But regardless, we're going to have an amazing time today. Let's just have a great day together and push all our problems aside. Can you do me a favor? Go down in the comments and let me know something awesome about you guys. How is your day? I'm always curious and I love interacting with you guys. While you're down there, can you smash that like button? Get this video over 5,000 likes, please. As for now, we are going to jump right into the topic. So what do I dislike about snakes? You know, the other day when we cleaned Daisy and Lucy, I mean literally like 2 days ago, and take a look at her cage right now. A bunch of pee and a bunch of urate over there, and that just, but you know what, I'm going to be totally honest with you, that really doesn't bother me, because to be totally honest with you, I kind of like cleaning snakes, and the truth is, I don't do very much of it anymore. My crew basically does all the cleaning, and I kind of miss it. I mean, going back to when I was a kid, I used to actually look forward to the days that I'd have to clean a snake, because it gives you an opportunity to interact with them. I don't know, I mean, I know it's a little bit gross, but that doesn't bother me at all. As for Daisy, looks like we're going to have to clean her again. Ow! Sheesh! It's these darn snakes that are always biting me. That must be what I dislike, right? Well, the truth of the matter is, it doesn't really bother me to get bit by snakes. And you know, I tell you what, snakes bite things. I mean, that's just kind of their nature. And certain snakes are more bitey than others, like this tiger Amazon tree boa for sure is a bitey little monkey. But the truth is that I've been getting bit since I was a kid, and it doesn't bother me at all. I always tell people that when you think about a snake bite, you always think it's much worse. When people finally, get bit by a snake, they usually say, oh my God, that wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be. And you might wonder why I'm waving my hand over here. It's just to keep it away from my face, to be honest with you. They're keyed on movement, and if I move my mouth and I'm moving my head around, it's gonna bite me in the face. I'd rather it bite me in the hand. Actually, I'd rather it not bite me at all. But the truth is, I don't mind snake bites, and in a way, we sometimes can use snake bites as an educational tool, right? Because if someone sees me get bit and it's really not that big of a deal, it kind of takes away that kind of negativity that people typically put on snakes, like, oh my God, snakes are mean, they bite and it hurts and all this other stuff. When people see us laugh about it, in a way it kind of makes it trivial, like, hey, it's really not that big of a deal, guys. You get my idea? So definitely, snake bites do not bother me, and it certainly isn't something that I don't like about snakes. Maybe it's the way they move. I mean, after all, I know a lot of people that don't like snakes because they think it's creepy that they move all weird without legs and stuff like that, and maybe that's something I don't like. Well, the truth is that I absolutely love the way snakes move. It's one of the things that has always drawn me to snakes, is kind of their elegance and the way that they move without arms or legs, and the way they eat without arms or legs. I mean, it is absolutely fascinating to me. So certainly, for me anyways, the way a snake moves is something that actually attracts me to snakes. Certainly doesn't make me not like them, because I think they're amazing. But again, I really want to know, is there an animal, or even a reptile for that matter, that you don't like, and what is the reason why you might not like it? Because so far I can't find that, but I promise I'm not going to tease you guys much longer. I really do have something that I dislike about snakes, and I promise I'm about to share it with you. But before I share that with you, there is something that I know a lot of people that don't know much about snakes kind of freak out about, and they think that they're slimy or that they're gonna feel real weird. Well, the truth is if you ever get the opportunity to hold a snake, or if you've ever held a snake, you know what I'm talking about. They are far from slimy. They're not wet, they're not gross, they're actually really soft and just really kind of cool. I mean, I love the way snakes feel, and I get it. You know, sometimes when you see see a picture and a snake looks all glossy. It kind of looks slimy and wet, and I can understand how someone would be like, oh, it must be gross to touch a snake. But the truth is, it's completely the opposite. Like I said, they are just so smooth and so great. I love holding snakes. I just think they feel really cool. Not to mention, they're so muscular. I think it's just really awesome. I mean, from the first time I ever held a snake, I was absolutely blown away. But let's get right into the real thing that I honestly dislike about snakes. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys here, and I'll share kind of my whole thoughts about it. And it was really spurred on by some comments that you guys made a couple days ago when we were feeding the big snakes rabbits. The truth is that I love reptiles. I love all animals, as a matter of fact, and that goes to the point about what I'm about to say. And there's really nothing I can think of about a reptile or a snake or anything that I don't think is absolutely amazing. But I will be totally honest and say that I dislike feeding snakes rodents. I really dislike feeding any animal to another animal. Now, I'm not going to say that it's a bad thing. I'm certainly not going to say you should be vegan. I tried to go vegan at one point and I didn't do very well with it, so I do eat meat. I am not one of those guys whatsoever. But with that said, my very first experience of keeping snakes was when I was 15 years old. And I used to go to this pet shop that I ultimately worked at, and I used to go in and buy frozen rodents. Well, one day I went in there and they didn't have frozen rodents, and the guy just brought me a live mouse. And I remember going like, what is this? What did you just do? Why do you have a live mouse here? It's like, oh, we're out of frozen. Just go ahead and feed your snake live. It's going to be completely fine. And reluctantly, I was like, okay, I guess this guy's an expert. I was just a kid, so I thought I would go ahead and listen to what he had to say. So I went home and I proceeded to put that mouse in that snake's cage. And then what happened next really changed a lot of things for me. I'm going to be completely honest, because I hadn't really thought about the fact that a frozen mouse was one time alive. I mean, I knew it was, obviously, but for some reason it's like when you're buying a steak at a store, you're not thinking about the cow really, although that's where the steak comes from. But to see that snake grab that mouse and coil it really was traumatizing to me. I'm going to be totally honest, at that point, I almost stopped keeping reptiles. I'm not going to lie, there was a chance that at that very moment, there would have never been a BHB, there would have never been a Brian Barczyk vlog, there would have never been a Snake Bites TV, and I would have just been done with reptiles because I really struggled with feeding that animal off. I mean, I literally cried. I'm not going to lie to you. Tears came down my eyes. I felt horrible. I could hardly sleep that night. I felt like I was a terrible person, that I was somehow responsible for that poor animal dying going to the snake. Now, honestly, over a period of the next few days, I kind of wrapped my head around it a little bit, and I realized that, listen, that's part of the life cycle. Snakes eat rodents. Snakes eat mammals, and that's kind of part of what it was. And I had to decide, did my love of reptiles trump the feeling I had and how horrible I felt about that rodent dying? And in the end, I decided that I loved reptiles and I wanted to spend my life around reptiles and snakes in particular, and I dealt with the fact of how horrible I felt when I fed rodents off. So the fact is that when I see a comment where someone's like, oh, that poor rabbit, or oh, those rats or mice, I get it. I hear you. I feel exactly like you. And the truth be known is that although I will watch a snake eat a frozen rodent, do you know that since that day, I have never watched a live rodent being eaten whatsoever. I haven't filmed it. I don't watch it. When I throw a live rodent in and I hear the squeak, I just move away. I don't want to know anything about it. I don't want to see the suffering. I don't want to see anything. And that doesn't mean that it's not happening. I realize that it's still going on, and I'm just trying to tell you guys that I feel you. I understand you. I am an animal lover, and that's one of the things that I really dislike about snakes. Now that we have that over, I'd like to know how you guys feel about that. Down in the comments, let's have a conversation about it. You know, yesterday I actually filmed a little update on Bowser, and I couldn't get in the vlog because the vlog was just too long, so I did want to show you the update because a lot of people have been asking about Bowser. So I know I'm always going on about how much I love RJ, and I'm spending all of my time with RJ, and I'm just saying all these amazing things, and a lot of people have asked me why I haven't really talked about Bowser lately, and to be honest with you, I need to update him for you guys because he's doing absolutely amazing. And the thing that's funny is, remember how I told you that where he came from, he actually was eating fish for like 15 years. All he did was eat fish, and we had tried all kinds of stuff and he wasn't feeding. Well, ironically enough, he started eating these little pellets. Remember how I got the little gator chow that I was using to feed RJ? Well, when RJ doesn't eat one, one, Bowser comes up and loves them. Now, I've never tried to feed Bowser just off of tongs yet because he's kind of a little bit shy, but I figure, number one, we'll go ahead and try to give him one on a tongue and see if he'll eat, because I think it'll be cool. And the worst case is if he doesn't eat, I'll leave it in and he can eat it later, and I can get some kind of cool underwater footage so I can update you on Bowser, because he is absolutely cool. So honestly, guys, there's no real easy way to do this. I'm just gonna have to kind of climb in on the perch over here and go with my tongs and my GoPro and see if I can catch him eat, or if nothing else, we'll at least get to get a close eye of how cool he is, right? So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Alright, so guys, he definitely wouldn't take it off of the tweezers. He just is a little bit too shy for that now, but we're going to continue to work on him, because I tell you what, eventually taking food off of tongs is pretty cool with these guys, but he's just not there yet. So I left a couple biscuits in there in his area. He'll probably eat them in the next couple of hours or something like that. But anyways, you guys have been asking for an update on Bowser, and there you have it. He's definitely a little cantankerous, a little sucker. He's awesome. I absolutely love him. And just so you know, I might actually move him next door and leave RJ here alone in the pond. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I kind of think like a cool display with Bowser next door might be really awesome. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Savvy, coming for you. Coming for you. Alright, so as you guys know by now, that Savannah is actually a boy, and I've been calling her Savvy, or him Savvy, I should say. But Eric just told me they're calling him Samana. So instead of Savannah, it's Samana. So I don't know. What do you think, Savvy or Samana? I'm not 100% sure. But I tell you, he is such a cutie. Where are you going, bud? That tortoise is absolutely incredible. Lori, what do you got going on?
So you can make deals of the day.
Deals of the day?
Someone's got to do it.
And for those you guys don't know, again, Lori really runs the sales side of things. Of course, Tina, Steph, and everyone else does too. I have very little to do with it, to be completely honest with you. But we do something that's called Deal of the Day over on bhbreptiles.com. That basically is every day we have an animal that's pretty reduced price, right?
Yes, yeah, they can go from, you know, maybe $10, $20 off to sometimes we have it almost 50% off, depending on what it is. So
there you go. Yeah, I mean, you can check that out. Are you going to do any work today?
Are you kidding me? You haven't been working, which is why you haven't seen everything I've been doing all day.
She's not factual at all. I mean, I'm the one that's been working all day.
Keep moving, because I'm gonna take that camera, I'm gonna shove it somewhere.
Gotta watch out for Lori. She's a mean one. You know what I think Savannah would really like? We got some squash. That is absolutely Speedy's favorite thing. So let's go ahead and cut up some squash and offer it to Speedy and Samana. Did you see Zeus at the end of that clip? Samana actually finished and she left one little morsel, and sure enough, Zeus came up and grabbed it. It's cool. I mean, they actually get along so well. He leaves her alone. She seems to like him, so I think they're buddies. As we're at it, we're gonna go ahead and feed Bella because she is hungry. What are you doing, girl? I absolutely love this girl. She is so amazing. And she saw the banana sitting over on the counter and she was like, I need a banana, because she loves her bananas. What do you got? You got something on your face there, silly. You want more, or are you done? Do you want some more? Maybe not such a big bite. Pig, oh? Oh my gosh. I love that animal. Oh. You done, girl? You all done? Y'all full now? I'll just go ahead and cut the rest of this banana up and put it on her plate for later. She'll always eat it because she is a banana monster. And the vlog ends right now. I hope that you guys understand why I don't like to feed other animals off, but I love reptiles so much that sometimes you have to just kind of look beyond it and say, hey, listen, I love something so much, even though I don't like this aspect of it, I love the rest so much that I'm willing to kind of look past it. I hope that you guys understand, and I'm very curious to where you stand on this topic itself. And thank you so much for tuning in today. You guys mean the world to me, and I love you so much. Can you do me a couple favors before we get out of here? Can you smash that like button, as well as turn those post notifications on so you know when I upload a video, which is every day, 7 days a week at 9 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time. Remember to be kind to someone today, and I promise I'm going to see you guys tomorrow.